be back in Pennsylvania. Hey, everybody. All right. Come on. We got work to do. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everybody. And I want to thank all of the leaders who are here. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy lives to be here this evening. And for all of us to be together. Can we hear it for Senator Fetterman? Your next state attorney general, Eugene DePasquale. Mayor Schember. Bob Casey, who could not be here tonight because he's out doing what he needs to do to get reelected to the United States Senate. All right. Okay, let's get to work. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing, Pennsylvania, we got just 22 days until Election Day. 22 days. And we are nearing the home stretch. But here's the thing, this is going to be a tight race until the very end, okay? We are the underdog. We are running like the underdog. We have some hard work ahead of us. But here's the thing also, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. And with your help in 22 days, we will win. 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 And here's why. Because this election is about two very different visions for our nation. One is focused on the past, and ours focused on the future. We are focused on issues that matter most to families across America, like bringing down the cost of living, investing in small businesses and entrepreneurs, protecting reproductive freedom, and keeping our nation secure. But that is not what we hear from Donald Trump. Instead, it is just the same old tired playbook. He has no plan for how he would address the needs of the American people and American families. He is only focused on himself. Well, folks, it's time to turn the page. It's time to turn the page. Turn the page. Because America is ready to chart a new way forward. And America is ready for a new and optimistic generation of leadership. Which is why Democrats, Republicans, Independents are supporting our campaign. Because we need a president who works for all the American people. We are all in this together. And as you all know, this has been the story of my entire career. My entire career, I've only had one client, the people. As a young courtroom prosecutor, I stood up for women and children against predators. As Attorney General of California, I took on the big banks, fought to deliver $20 billion from middle-class families who faced foreclosure. I stood up for veterans and students who were being scammed by for-profit colleges. for workers who are being cheated out of the wages they were due, for seniors facing elder abuse. And it is my pledge to you as president, I will always fight for all the American people. Always. And together, we all will build a brighter future for our nation. Together. We will build a future where we have what I call an opportunity economy, where everyone can compete and have a real chance to succeed, not just to get by, but to get ahead. Under my economic plan, and by the way, so dude wants to talk about his plans, which really are about cutting taxes for the richest people. Please do check out the Wall Street Journal or Goldman Sachs or the 16 Nobel laureates or Moody's, who have all analyzed the plans and said mine will strengthen the economy, his will make it weaker. Okay? So under my economic plan, we will bring down the cost of housing and help first-time home buyers, giving them $25,000 for down payment assistance so you can just get your foot in the door. You'll do the rest, you'll save up, you'll work hard, but just to help people get their foot in the door. We will help entrepreneurs start and grow small businesses. How many small business owners do we have here? I love our small businesses. You guys know it's part of my story. My mother worked hard. We lived in an apartment above a daycare center, and it was owned by daycare centers, bless you. And it was owned by Miss Shelton, who we think of and thought of as our second mother. And she was a small business owner. And Miss Shelton, she was like all of you who do this work. You are business leaders, but you are community leaders. You are civic leaders. You mentor. You hire locally. I love our small businesses. Small businesses are part of the backbone of America's economy. So you all know what I'm talking about. And as we move forward, what we are going to do in terms of knowing that small businesses must get the support you need to start up and to grow. We will expand under my economic policy Medicare to cover home health care for seniors. So more seniors can live at home with dignity. And like so many of my priorities, it is born out of a personal experience. Look, when my mother got diagnosed with cancer, I took care of her. And for any of you who have taken care of someone, a senior in particular, you know what that's like. And it's about trying to cook something for them that they might enjoy eating. It's about trying to make sure that they have something that they can wear that won't irritate their skin, right? It's about trying to, from time to time, find a way to just bring a smile to their face or make them laugh. It's about dignity. It's about dignity. It's about dignity. But far too many people who want and need to take care of family members, either you have to leave your job or spend down everything you have to be able to qualify for Medicaid. That's not right. I look at the sandwich generation. So we refer to folks who are raising young children and taking care of your parents, the sandwich generation, you're right in between. Balancing all of that, it's a lot of pressure. And you need and deserve to have the support to be able to handle all of that in a way that we know you are adding so much to our community, societies, and our economies. So I have a plan, and my plan is to make sure Medicare, not so you have to pay down everything and get on Medicaid, so that Medicare helps pay for home health care. So you can do the work you need to get done in terms of the seniors in your life. Under our plan, we will lower the cost on everything from health care to groceries. Look, I'm going to take on corporate price gouging just like I've done before. I'm going to do it again. And give a middle-class tax cut to 100 million Americans, including $6,000 during the first year of your child's life. Knowing again, the vast majority of parents want to parent their children well, but don't always have the resources to do it. And so by expanding the child tax credit, that helps a young family buy a car seat, buy a crib, do the things in that so fundamental stage of their child's development, just to get them on the road to what they desire and want to do. And we all benefit from it. We all benefit from it. So all of this is to say, I will always put the middle class and working families first. I come from the middle class, and I will never forget where I come from. Never forget where I come from. Never. So I just outlined for you a little bit about my plan. Now let's talk about Donald Trump. Well, he has a very different plan. Take, for example, Project 2025. Just Google it. It is a detailed and dangerous plan for what he will do if he is elected president. You know, y'all probably heard me say, Donald Trump, I think in our collective opinion, certainly mine, is an unserious man. But the consequences of him ever being president again are brutally serious. Brutally serious. So on Project 2025 in his plan, Donald Trump will give billionaires and corporations massive tax cuts like he's done before, cut Social Security and Medicare. The plan on that end is to get rid of the $35 cap on insulin for seniors, to make it easier for companies to deny overtime pay for workers. You got to read the plan. I mean, the fact they put it in writing is a whole other thing to be discussed. And he plans to impose what I call a Trump sales tax, a 20% tax on everyday necessities, which economists have measured will cost the average American family more than $4,000 a year. And on top of all of this, Donald Trump intends to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. And he has no plan to replace it. You guys watched the debate. Right. He has, quote, concepts of a plan. Concepts. But seriously, think about it in all seriousness. He's going to then threaten health insurance coverage for 45 million people based on a concept? The seriousness of this cannot be overlooked. Think about that, taking us back to a time we all remember when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions. You remember what that was? Well, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back. No. And why are we not going back? Because we will move forward. because ours is a fight for the future, and it is a fight for freedom. Like the fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government telling her what to do. And we all remember how we got here. Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court to overturn Roe v. Wade, and they did. And now in America, 1 in 3 women lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban. Think about that. Many of these bans have no exceptions even for rape and incest, which is saying to a survivor of a crime, of a violation to their body, that you have no right to make a decision about what happens to your body next. That's immoral. That's immoral. And let us agree, one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree the government should not be telling her what to do. Not the government. No. No. If she chooses, she will talk with her priest, her rabbi, her pastor, her imam, but not the government telling her what to do. Not a bunch of folks up at a state capitol telling her what to do, as though she doesn't know what's in her own best interest and they know better. Come on. And it is my pledge to you, when Congress passes a bill to restore the protections and reproductive freedom nationwide, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly sign it into law. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So much is on the line in this election. So much is on. I love you back. And listen, so much is on the line in this election, and we have to remember, this is not 2016 or 2020. The stakes are even higher. Because a few months ago, the United States Supreme Court just told the former president that he would be essentially immune from anything he does while he's in office. Now, just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails, right? He who has vowed, if reelected, that he will be a dictator on day one, that he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. He who has called for the, quote, termination of the Constitution of the United States. Well. So hold on. Because see, here's the thing. The courts will handle that. Let's handle November, shall we? We'll handle November. And we are clear. Look, anybody who says they would terminate the Constitution of the United States should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again. Never again. Never again. And so after all these years, we know who Donald Trump is. He is someone who will stop at nothing to claim power for himself. And you don't have to take my word for it. I've said for a while now, watch his rallies. Listen to his words. He tells us who he is. And he tells us what he would do if he is elected president. So here tonight, I will show you one example of Donald Trump's worldview and intentions. Please roll the clip.
The worst people are the enemies from within.
The enemy from within. Those people are more dangerous, the enemy from within, than Russia and China.
These people should be put in jail the way they talk about our judges and our justices. Now, if you had one really violent day, one rough hour, and I mean real rough.
I think the bigger problem are the people from within. We have some very bad people. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics. And I think they're and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military.
So you heard his words. You heard his words coming from him. He's talking about the enemy within Pennsylvania. He's talking about the enemy within our country, Pennsylvania. He's talking about that he considers anyone who doesn't support him or who will not bend to his will an enemy of our country. It's a serious issue. He is saying that he would use the military to go after them. Think about this. And we know who he would target. And we know who he would target because he has attacked them before. Journalists whose stories he doesn't like. Election officials who refuse to cheat by filling extra votes and finding extra votes for him. Judges who insist on following the law instead of bending to his will. This is among the reasons I believe so strongly that a second Trump term would be a huge risk for America and dangerous. Donald Trump is increasingly unstable and unhinged. And he is out for unchecked power. That's what he's looking for. He wants to send the military after American citizens. He has worked to prevent women from making their own health care decisions and threaten your fundamental freedoms and rights, like the freedom to vote, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water, the freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. So here in Pennsylvania, I say to those who know best, when freedom is on the line, Americans always answer the call. We always answer the call. And in this election, vote. And so, to your point, in this election, we will answer the call again. Because it all comes down to this. We are all here together because we know what's at stake. And we are here together because we love our country. We love our country. We love our country. Our country. And I do believe one of the highest forms of patriotism that there is, one of the highest forms of patriotism is to fight for the ideals of our country. That is born out of love of country. To fight to realize the promise of America. So, election day is in 22 days. 22 days. And here in Pennsylvania, early voting has already started. Yep. And Erie County, you are a pivot county. How you all vote, and thank you, because how you all vote in presidential elections often ends up predicting the national result. Yeah. The chant is Erie. Erie. That's right. And so in Erie County, you can vote early in person at the Erie County Voter Registration Office from now until Tuesday, October 29th. And so now is the time to make your plan to vote. And if you have already received your ballot in the mail, please do not wait. Fill it out and return it today or tomorrow, but please get it out. And remember, the deadline to register to vote in Pennsylvania is Monday, October 21st. So if you or anyone you know has not yet registered, now is the time, because, look, the election is here. And we need to organize, we need to mobilize, we need to energize folks, and we need to remind everybody that their vote is their voice, and your voice is your power. So, Erie, I ask you then, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America?